Hello, and we're back. Sorry about that. Was interrupted. Not a bad interruption or anything. Not a emergency. Sorry, I'm making sure I start my stopwatch. That previous one only lasted like 6, maybe 7, 8 minutes somewhere in there. And so this one I'm just naming 7:25 or whatever. Anyway. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about and or doing just before, and I'm drawing a blank, so I'm okay. I think power. Yeah, yeah, I'm sick. Okay, yeah, we ain't got tungsten. That's right. Okay, we're back on track. Welcome back to the stream. No idea what I'm doing. All right. So we're gonna put that on. That'll help. Drop some of this tungsten off, free up some slots. And we're gonna go get some dirt, because dirt is very important, as I've said before. In fact, I believe it is the most important resource. It's also, to my knowledge, it never grows back. It can be turned into anything. And there is a finite amount of it in the solar system. So, I mean, in a way, it does have value. But that could also be said of every other resource. I've never experienced a resource node repopulating itself. The only thing that I've seen regrow is like research nodes that'll grow on the small foliage and features that are peppered throughout the surface or under. Hey, look at that. Hey, like this stuff. This grows on a plant that's supposed to be above here, but at some point, I guess my digging revealed it. We are going to go ahead and dig this up. This will actually help solve, well, diagnose and solve power issues, because it'll help put some constant power draw on the battery, and that's what I want to work on. Yeah, I bought the skins, like I said, because, I mean, I'm not one for microtransactions at all. I'd rather be flashy with something I earned in the game, which is why I was wearing the galactic stuff. Like, I've already beat the game before, I've 100%ed it. I just, when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I really like those colors, and the reference is plural. Keeping them. I want it. I want to get it. So I got it. I do not plan on making it happen. I don't. Not very flashy on the stream, or at least not. Like, I don't believe in. Not believe in. I don't want to be in a position where I feel like I have to give into microtransactions in order to be flashy for a viewer. I mean, it would be nice to do things like that to, you know, have, hypothetically speaking, enough sponsorships to be like, hey, you know, I want to see such and such skin. Can you get it? You know, blah 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 blah. And then I play with it. You know, that would be cool. However, that's a lot of also that's headache and expectations and having to fulfill people's quest, and then the actual money part. Like, no. And that's why I haven't asked for anything about subs, donations. I'm not interested. I'm here to play a game and speak into a speaker or a microphone. That's basically it. If I happen to notice some chats popping up in like my second screen, my side vision, I'll engage. But until then, it's just aimless maybe, which may or may not be worth watching. I don't know. Some of the things say it has viewers, and I'm not constantly clicking on them. I've gone back and checked each one just for times and a few couple moments where I was like, did I do this right or that right? But other than that, it was basically just start-stop points, making sure for continuity. Like I went back to the other one just to look and see, make sure I was still standing, because I walked away from my computer. I just wanted to make sure that way for someone watching them in a playlist, so to speak, it would appear as one big cut, each an hour long. Unfortunately, this one is two parts. One part is like 6 to 8 minutes, and the other one's going to be 50, but whatever. Okay, so the overall goal I need to work towards is hitting the gateway chambers and unlocking them and unlocking the planets. That's the mission it gives me. However, having done this before, I find it more convenient to get in a position where you can do those things more easily in one bigger swoop. So it requires a little bit of build up, and it ramps up over time in terms of like, you know, effort versus reward. Over time it becomes way more rewarding. I know it's a lot of effort and kind of standing around and waiting for stuff to happen, but eventually it gets to where it's like I barely will have free time because I'll constantly be wanting to go out and do something in order to get something else. I don't know how to describe it. It'll work. It pays off. Okay, so we got that. My current situation is one RTG is, you know, that's 1 unit of power. That's totally fine, but I need to work away in to get this generator, which supplies 5, because this research thing, which ideally I would love to have running all the time, and eventually I will. I'll actually have a couple of them running all the time. I would like to you can beat the game totally without even buying a third. Well, probably with getting a third of all the possible purchases in here. There are some though that are completely, in my opinion, nonsensical. For example, you could hypothetically set up 2 goals and play a round of football or soccer, whichever one you prefer to say it as. You could with a friend, because this is a multiplayer game. I just don't have any friends currently playing. The one where it's titled with a friend, I've stated, you know, it's me playing with my daughter. Other than that, yeah, it's been solo, but I have played with friends before on here, and it is fun. Back in the day, it used to be super chubby, and the big problem was this guy right here. Well, these guys, it's kind of decorated for Halloween, which, let's take a look at that real quick. I don't know if taking time. Guess what time of year it is, in case you didn't know. I had no access to a calendar, but for some reason had access to a phone, or a device connected to a streaming platform through the internet, you know. What year is it? What time is it? Halloween. Oh, my small goal right now is replacing this. In fact, I would like to not have to use this to go on my next adventure, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dump it on its side. Boop. For now. Unfortunately, I can't turn that marker off. It'll stay like that forever. And I don't have a stick of dynamite. Why is it so choppy all of a sudden? What's going on? Sorry, I'm looking over here at my monitors and stuff, and I don't see anything significant. Pardon the interruption. I'm not going anywhere this time, though. Just double checking. And everything appears to be fine. So why was it so... Let's walk away from base before I click anymore. Okay. I've had moments where I come back and I'll pull out my gun here and it'll just start digging. And digging inside the base until you make the alignment mod, it's very unfortunate because it could start making things look real, in my opinion, it can make things look real ugly, messy, busy. In fact, I need to go get my dirt. You're probably gonna hear me say that a few times. It's okay. I mean, dirt, oh, whoa, everything just went dark. What happened? Okay. My click went off screen. I need to put it back to exclusive. Hide it so I can click over on the chat if need be. I still haven't worked out how the chat overlay in the game and me being able to see it while playing works out. One day I will, though. I'm getting there. Figure out how to put up a viewer count and all that other stuff for when I'm doing Call of Duty, even though I feel like I don't need any of that stuff. Like I don't need my attention dragged away. But also, the viewer engagement is important. Alright, so while that's going, we need to be preparing a thing. I'm being vague at the moment. And it's only because I've got the concepts of a plan. the bones is there. Well, the meat is there. I'm trying to figure out how to put the bones in and give it shape. That may be a little too much. I might have to upgrade this the tags on this. It's a little over the top there. So ideally, this is what I don't want to be happening. And my goal is to do that. Now, someone argue, hey, you could just spam a bunch of things and put them up. Yeah, but I don't want to have to rely on constantly having to engage in one particular activity. So I'm hoping I can get this process automated without having to go through too much. I don't understand the button relays and the stuff that came with the automation patch. Like the auto arms, I get that. Button repeaters, I get that in a way. the delay and sensors and stuff, I get what they're supposed to do. I just don't know how they do them in the game. I could watch tutorial videos, but also the experience I learn by doing. So I'd like to learn by doing, you know, basically trial and error. Also, at one point, I did have a train that was basically set up to, every time the train passed, it hit a sensor. Where did I just... I did have a sensor that basically uses the button repeaters and stuff, but that was me. I strictly followed a guide on the basic concepts of the device, the switch, the activated pulse, the elaborate setup that required, like that simple thing they called the train, you know. So I didn't really learn much. I just did it, and therefore I didn't retain any of it. So this time's gonna be a little different. Experience by doing, but I will say I'm not gonna waste too much time midstream experimenting. If I see there's gonna be too much difficulty, we'll change focus to something else, and I will boot up a save that I can do creative on, because I don't want to disable any achievements that I may or may not get. Which right now I have all the achievements, but I know at some point they're gonna. I imagine with the new DLC they will add achievements, which I would hope. Whole new world to explore, quote, quote. I would hope they would have achievements. Now, I went back and dug the dirt because I needed it to, yeah, okay, got flat now. Sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking, but got a lot of things in my mind. Nothing y'all need to concern yourselves with, not y'all's fault or anything like that. So if I appear slightly distracted or discombobulated or scatterbrained, it's okay. Everything's alright. And again, I would like to, if you're even just one person, one stranger who's watching it, I would like to extend my appreciation for watching. That's more than I was hoping for. I got used to having a bunch of friends over watching, because I was always playing games. I was always sitting in a chair playing games at my house. My house was pretty much a free area to hang out, so everybody came and hang out, and so there was always an audience, and that was always cool to have an audience when you're playing a game, even if some of them were just hate watching you, you know, like wanting you to, like, you know, I want to watch this guy play Dark Souls and get angry, you know. He's funny when he's mad, you know, that kind of thing. Like those, except that was in real life. And it's a whole different thing when you're having to respond to those kind of comments in real time, in real life. It's, oof. So part of me wants to recreate that, and I know that's not feasible. I'm also not the personality type that's going to attract like millions of followers or anything like that. I'm not gonna make money off this, so it's very appreciated if even one person watches this. So thank you. Now, enough of all that. I Actually, I don't think I ever promised content, but you're here for content. Let's get back to work. Work equals content? Question mark. We went to the moon, quote, quote. It's not the moon, it's Desolo. Delso? Delso. I think it's Delso. I need to make sure I'm saying that right. I've probably been saying it wrong the whole time. Desolo. Okay. Desolo? I don't know. Sorry. Excuse me. Pardon. Anyway, we came back from there with some tungsten. Tungsten is needed if you were to build a tier tree on like progression. You will eventually end up, I mean, you don't have to go to the moon for your first tungsten. You can totally skip the moon, but the moon's a good place to start. It's very safe, it's very small, and so when you're free exploring and you're nervously like leaving a much different type of home base, like you're leaving your shuttle and exploring, it's a little bit more jarring. And so knowing that there's a lot less area to get lost in, I feel that gives you a little bit of a sense of security. Like, oh well, there's only 2 obelisks and I'm on this side. They gave me radar, so I know exactly where things are. If I can just bounce off resin till I get home, we're good. Which that's basically saying oxygen filters, which I've mentioned in a previous video. It's also another thing, you know, every planet has resin. I wonder if that's going to be a similar theme in the next solar system. Is there going to be new resources? Is it going to be these resources plus those resources? Is it going to be an entirely different rule set? Is there not going to be a way to, for example, bounce off resin sources to get home? You know, without tethers. Which one would say, you know, just make tethers, but like if you've already explored out far enough and you don't have an oxygen source, tethers are useless. Good markers, tell you where you've been. That's why I like them. But oxygen filters, I would say, if you got the backpack space, use them until you get to the thing meant for the more in-game, in my opinion. But I also consider one technological, or not, one production milestone is I'm saying this all wrong. I'm trying to find the right words. It's all a jumble up there. You know what? Forget it. Doesn't even matter. Let's move on. Power. Need it. I'm gonna end up watching that one time later, just for the review. Be like, oh, that's what it is. I'll mention that in the next video. Is this name? I'm trying to remember. We are gonna need that compound. Come on now. Got 2 resin. That's what I thought. Now, I've had starts where you start next to like a big broken piece of solar panel. You can drag that to your base, or some other power source. I don't know if there's like a windmill variant, or if there are other alternatives like a engine variant, but that solar panel, it can be dragged by a large rover, or if you happen to start near, like very near, I'm talking from here to that broken rover over there. Like, all that is a couple power extenders away. Hook that up every time the sun comes over the horizon. In this case, I have a great setup. I could set up the solar arrays on either side of this hill, and I would have sun for a little bit extra time. And I actually may end up doing that. How much open sky? Because as the star passes, I keep on saying sun. I mean, it is the sun. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm not going to build on it. This is a big hill. Holy. Yeah. Oop. So, yeah. Noted, though. Big hill behind me. I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know how big. I thought I was going to be digging through it. I'm not going to be digging through it. If I dig into it, it's going to be a cave, which might be interesting, but... Chemistry lab. That's what's up next. Make sure you wear your goggles. They are important. On what button? There. Yeah. Snap that off real quick. Rather aggressive. So here, right here. This is rather snug, but because I won't be physically here, it doesn't matter. So it can be as snug as it wants to be. I don't like that, but whatever. Why not? No, because yeah, there we go. That looks a little better. that's the right way. Don't quote me though. Yeah, point at the ground, buddy. That's basically. Sorry, I've been silent. Making sure don't waste anything. Need to get some laterite. That'll be okay. Hey, these guys. Oh, sorry. Thank you. If I'm not mistaken, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be on there. This is how I've been doing it since the organic release. And it has provided a constant flow thus far. this is the stuff I'm unfamiliar with. I have a battery. Z, plural. Don't put it on me. I'm looking for it. There it is. Yep. Come on now. Put a medium battery on there. I guess some lithium. Well, rolling. Yeah. Alright, what's that take? Yeah. Button. What's that about battery? Battery sensor. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, right? Right. Yes. Was that on there? Yeah, we might have to start locking this. Okay. So this senses the battery level, charge level. My understanding. Read description. Charge of stats. Let's do that. Account. There's no batteries. They're tested things. Hopefully that's what let's try. Can I rotate it? Yeah, let's make it at least a little bit more real. Wait, that was it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that way we can. Okay. Cycle modes. I don't think we need to do that. Oh, no. Oh, the whole operation. Don't let me. How many tappers fell off? Well, I guess that'll work. Whatever. Three means go, right? It could be bad, bad. Okay. So if I did this right, I believe if these batteries go, turn it will. So when they're fully drained, this should send a signal out, turning on all my generators, which are fueled currently by organic or carbon. And even if the tray is full, organic should still get placed on this and converted into carbon, and 2 should still get placed on this. So even if this is stalled out because it's busy, another bonus. What is that? 2, so 4, 9. That's 5 while active. Oh. That is it. Why is this so difficult? I know someone could probably be like, "You're doing this wrong." Well, I would be like, "Grr." I appreciate it. We'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out. Side, other project. Looks like we're gonna have to go get some research items soon. Try and bring some back on the next adventure. That'll probably be part A. Will be the next adventure. We're almost there. We need to make some aluminum alloy, if I remember correctly. Could be tungsten carbide. I know we needed this. This was very important to the next step. So, if it is aluminum alloy, let me double check. Have I earned enough points? Have I been a good boy? It looks like we did. I want to buy that right now, but I know I should spend my points wisely. Excuse me. That's next. That right there is going to enable me to bring back a lot of stuff. And basically take a base with me when I start. Like, I'll be able to cram so much stuff into that thing. Land anywhere and pop out half a base ready to go. Okay, so we need, what was that? Ceramic and aluminum alloy. We have none of that. Okay, this is just not working out. Just leave it. Just leave it. It'll be fine. It's about to be done using power anyway. You know what? Turn it off. Turn it off. Leave it base. Have drill power. Okay. Laterite. Clay. Speaking of good base, there we go. Boom. Tungsten. Dude. Burnt up. Sorry. So, I don't want to say burnt up. You're getting dehydrated and reformed. Structurally reformed. That doesn't sound any better, actually. Sounds quite terrible. We're gonna go get the copper first. I know copper's in the mountains. Or really deep in the planet. I don't want to go really deep right now in the planet. So we're gonna go. You ever get that feeling things mess with you intentionally? Okay, so from up here, well, oh, hey, yeah, let's roll this down here. Come on, see where it goes, see where it goes. Good enough, good enough. You know what? Look at that, another one. Beep. Nice. You're not gonna give it to me? Thank you. I know. This is so small. Hey, I might die here. No, we'll use our brains. And our telekinesis. Is it telekinesis? I don't know, what would you call it? I mean, it's practically portrayed as him looking at it. Like, he's literally... Hey? This gotta be telekinesis. Telekinesis saves the day. Ooh. Bad turn. Don't go down there. I forgot I dug a giant hole down there. Okay, what? Malachite. Any green spikies? Did all that for the research. Up here for the copper, though. Don't get distracted. Ooh, don't get distracted. Keep an eye on your oxygen. Oh. Sorry, just too tempting. There's another one down there. In fact, now we got enough. Let's go ahead and just take a trip back now. Real quick, like. Oh no. 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 I know how the game works. It fell all the way through. It's gone. I could dig for days. The other one's still here, so that's good. They're higher than the average stuff. This one's higher than the green one. The redder it is, the more valuable it is. It's unfortunate. It's okay. Malachite. We had the trade hub operational. Could just trade for it. Alright. We will continue in part 8 to search for malachite, because we need copper to make aluminum alloy, which we need for our medium shuttle. So we can go to another planet. Probably this one for Novos for the hematite and lithium. That'll be basically two birds, one stone type situation. Because I remember the log wants lithium and malachite, which we're about to go find. Sulfurite, that's underground. We gotta dig up that anyway. And hematite's iron, which we need for basically the whole next phase of our little operation here. We get things nice and smooth. Everything will work out right. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in part 8. Alright, let's put ourselves in. Sorry, I don't know how to end these things yet. Again, thank you for watching. Let us go over here.